OK, next question. This is from Messina, who says, who are your favourite ever footballers? Tim?
I think when you talk about footballers, first thing that comes to your mind is Pele, Maradona, these types of players. But I grew up in an era around AC Milan when you had Baresi, Maldini, Savicevic, Boban, Van Basten, these types of players. So I was a big fan of Van Basten, always was, the way he finishes, his movement. And then I looked to players like Ronaldinho and the real Ronaldo, as in R9, who just changed the game. So I go through phases, but that's the type of player that I look to.
Bayo, do you have a stand-up player?
I'll always say John Barnes was like a big influence, big inspiration in the sense where I used to watch him. Ian Wright, Stevie G, the R9 as well, George Weah. These are the players that, I played nothing like, but I watched them a lot. So they were the players, me and T's the same era sort of thing. So they were the players that I looked up to.
OK, this one is from Emmy, who says, best Premier League striker, Henry or Shearer? Maybe even someone else. I'd like to hear your opinions. Now, Tim, you played against both Henry and Shearer. You've played with Thierry Henry, of course. So what were the comparisons like? I mean, two brilliant players, obviously, as we know. Yeah, and I'm going to have to split this question up into types of players, teams. So if I look at Shearer, business, goal scorer. Very hard to look past that because he could score any type of goal. But he was just efficient. It was just no messing about, very simple, the celebration, everything about him. And he got things done. And England legend, and he's definitely, it's hard to look past him, but then playing with Thierry, what was that like? And understanding him on and off the park and watching him as a player, Thierry's got a lot in his armoury. He's fluent with the ball. He can manipulate it in a way that most players can't. When he glides, opens his body and drags and then looks inside and curls into the bottom hand corner. But at the same time, you look at countries that he's played in, international, and you look at the impact that he's had globally. So Shearer, there's two different contexts. In the context for Shearer, in England, one of the greatest, Thierry, it's hard for his name not to be not in the top 3 in the world ever. I find it very hard for people not to mention his name when you talk about top players in the world, and that's why it's very hard to separate that whole thing. And I tried to add more context to the bigger picture because my kids still talk about Thierry regardless whether they know him. And it just, on TV, it's I don't know, help me out here.
The worst thing is I was seeing the way you was breaking it down and I was lost in both of them. I was looking at what Shearer done, bagsman, goals, you can't look past 260, I think it is. And then Henry, je ne sais quoi.
Didn't know you spoke French, Bayo.
Thank you, multilingual, bilingual, cha-cha-cha. But I wanted to, you said I should help you. I wanted you...
You're not helping us here, are you?
You win.
I wanted you to just answer, because, look, at the end of the day, you played with both, so you played against both, played with one.
Yeah.
So, of course, because you played with one, I think it's always different when you train.
Yeah, because of my relationship, I'll pick Thierry because my relationship with him and how he affected my career and afterwards, the longevity that I had, 38, 39, still playing like you have now, the mentals, now looking into coaching and that side of it. But that's why you look at, you've got to separate it and you've got to make sure that you pay respects to Alan Shearer. You have to, because if there's many managers, first on the team sheet, Alan Shearer, you're guaranteed to win things and to do special things with Alan Shearer, but at the same time, you're guaranteed with Thierry to have a bag of emotions and also to win things. And he's a player that's travelled and he's done it internationally, which is a big tick in my box. Yeah, great answer. And very good question that as well. Tough one. Right, the next one is for Bayo. It's from Aaron, who says, when will you be at #United?
To be fair, I actually did say something recently. I came out, said something to Spence and that, but I've still got some unfinished business with Wickham. And as soon as I finish that, me and Spence will sit down and talk and that. So we'll have a conversation. Prioritise Wickham first, though.
Of course.
Of course. We got some unfinished business to do in the Champ. Just in case you lot don't know, Wickham's in the champ. Just so I should say that. But yeah. So after that, me and Spence will chat.
Love that. Very much look forward to that. Next question is from Nikki, who said, who would win in an aerial battle, Cahill, Bayo or Van Dijk? Oh, good question.
Wow. Depends what you're talking about. Give me context.
Well.
You scored a lot of goals with your head.
Yeah.
The key element is what's the question? Break the question
they
down.
haven't actually broken it down more than that.
Do you want me to break it down?
Go on.
So, T's hang time is insane.
Yeah.
So he beats me if he gets a run up on me. No two ways. I'm not really a jumper. I'm a timer.
Okay.
So as long as I can time it, manipulate it, I win. Ooh. And then VVD, I don't even want the smoke. Yeah. Listen, boy, I've seen him. What's he, 6'4", jumps 8'10", like, you know, I want to smoke in that lot. That's them.
That's why free
them,
kicks, corners, and if Virgil van Dijk is marking you, then you need 2 runs, and you also possibly need a block, or you need something where you're catching him off. So there needs to be some physicality, some contact, and then some break, and then you'll have chances where you can lose him. But in an aerial battle, if he's running backwards and you've got the run on him, you're probably, it's in your favour. But if he's got the run on you, then there's only one winner there. But yeah, good question.
Let's just say me.
Let's just say Bayo then, okay.
I've seen his hang time.
How many goals he scored with his head in the Premier League?
Listen, his hang time. Now, his hang time is insane. Like, basketball hang time. Like, man, I salute that. I ain't even gonna gas. People say I don't jump, so like I manipulate with my hands. I ain't trying to jam my. It's timing. I move, bang. You know what I'm saying? Hang time. It's him all day. So, like I said, I want the smoke.
I don't want the smoke. Love it. Okay, let's get to the final few. Who do you think has been the player of the season so far, Tim, in the Premier League?
Wow, you've caught me off guard here. Player of the season so far.
It's hard, man.
That is really hard.
For you?
Listen, look, you can say at the moment, Kane, Son, them like their connection individually.
Would you put Grealish in there as well?
Grealish as well. I think Grealish is, like I said, from when Aston Villa was struggling relegation to what Grealish has done, both for Villa, both for England, their shouts. Listen, Kane went through scoring and assisting, so he was moving, just possessed. He was like moving. So, but I do like what Grealish has done. I think Aston Villa are a whole different outfit. I think we've touched on it, his maturity. So, listen, I'll throw out Grealish.
Okay, Grealish.
Yeah, I think Kane's definitely a player, and Son especially. I think Son even more over Kane. But then also, you've got Grealish, and another one that I'd throw into that hat is Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
Only because of his influence on that squad and the way he moves the ball.
What about DCL?
Set pieces. It's still early, and that's the thing is we're talking about the season. DCL, yeah, we can throw in there. But
10 goals at the moment?
Yeah. We can throw him in there as well. But also I'm just trying to think of, like, you know, set pieces, the whole of the season. This has to continue. This has to also reflect in the table. This has to reflect on your team, you know. So I really like the look of James Ward-Prowse. So he's definitely got to be up there. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but Son is definitely a front runner as well. Yeah,
a lot of top players so far. Tim, last question. It's from Brady, who says, what was it like scoring that volley in the World Cup for Australia? How many times have you been asked that?
I've been asked it a lot, and we've seen earlier in the show, you know, the main man recreating it, which was exceptional. But I think, like anything, is when you get the opportunity to play in the biggest stage of the world, is you have to leave everything on there. And I said to loads of kids, every single time you either hit rosette or you hit the back of the net. In my mind, that was my stage, and that was something I dreamt of my whole career. And just the whole flow of it, the strike, Robin had just scored. It was literally seconds later from the kickoff. And that's what you live for. That's what you work for. Your parents, the sacrifices. So for me, I can relive it and I can enjoy, you know, everything about it because I earned it, and so did my country. So it was a big moment in my career.
I think that's a perfect way to end it, because you can relive it from scoring that goal, and Bayo can also relive it from recreating that goal. So on that note, it's been a good day.